All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the second round losers match. We have Scout and Ihniy on blue versus Element and Frog on red. And I am Masso, and I'm being joined on comms today by Aggie.
Hi, hi.
So Aggie, anything that jumps out to you about the seed so far?
Dartmouth 7 and fungal wastes 0. Very interesting. Especially, it would be very intriguing to see if GPZ is required this seed.
Yeah. High dirt mouth counts are always scary because of
Indeed.
GPZ. And especially with a fungal 0, that disincentivizes checking Bretta, at least through fungal.
We'll perhaps see checking of Breda through waterways.
And yes, we do have Queen's Gardens 3 majors, so hopefully we'll see teams go there as soon as we can. And it looks like our razors are off. So thanks to the 3 masks, 2 charm notches gimmick, our runners are starting overcharmed with 3 health, which fun.
Yeah, that's definitely a word for it.
And Frog already in mortal danger.
Oh no.
So there's resting ground stack in Crossroads. Very interesting. Resting grounds is 3, so there could absolutely be an accessible major there.
And it could be very much be their progression.
Yes. We're getting a grub check from red team here. King's Brand 25 grubs, Pale Ore 12 grubs, Simple Key 12 grubs. So that's one of the 2 Crossroads majors. Speaking of which, 2 Crossroads majors is not many at all.
It's, if I dare say, it's one of the lowest Crossroads major counts we've seen so far.
Yeah. Okay, there's a dive at Izelda, which opens up a couple more checks in Crypts. And let's see if Frog just goes straight there. And Element going for Moloch. And so is Ihniy. I love this. I'm honestly surprised to see neither team just push Green Path. Not Green Path. Although there is a raising Green Path.
Mm.
I'm surprised to see neither team just rush Resting Grounds here.
With Greenpath 4, it's not terrible play, but there's not really that much that's easily accessible for Greenpath right now.
Actually, I can see that. Green Path 4 is quite a bit. And even with Green Path being kind of a trolly area at times, there's still probably something that they can get here. Alright, Frog going right into Hornet.
Mhm.
With Green Path still being 4, I can respect that. Although Frog's not going to be too happy when he sees the Wraiths being right there.
Mhm.
Okay, so what do you think about both teams are doing the 4MS Vengefly Pogo?
I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't be doing this play right now, especially with Crossroads 2 with one already accounted for.
Yeah,
Yeah. If I were the Crossroads player, I would most definitely push Resting Grounds
yeah.
while the other player is doing Green Path.
After all, that check doesn't take too long to get to. You just rush Crossroads Stag and come back there later.
Exactly.
Nothing at the Go Mask Shard to make me eat my words. And Hunter's Journal, just outside of its vanilla location, basically, right at the corner of her map. And we're getting a little bit of a spoiler. And Claw at the Resting Ground Stag from Ihniy. Thanks, I hate it.
Yep.
Alright, see. Defender's Crest is at Seer. And no other majors there. And Sharp Shadow at Dream Shield. That's not going to do much good without a dash. It's not going to do much good without 2 dashes, honestly.
Element attempting to what's it? Wraith skip across to Bluebra. Unfortunately, not getting it.
Yeah. And doubly unfortunate because Claw is right there at the Resting Ground Stag that they have.
It's just right there taunting them.
An element going further into Crossroads. Like, we know Claw's in Resting Grounds, but still, with only one Crossroads major, I do not like this at all.
Yeah.
Okay, Frog is going to Resting Grounds. They're getting that Claw.
Okay.
Nothing at Flower Quest. Unfortunate. There is only one unaccounted for major in Resting Grounds, and there it is. Fireball at the Crypt's chest. So if you're the Crossroads player here, what do you do?
That is a very good question.
Oh, wait. Now I think about it, you probably go into Crystal Peak with that Dive Claw. You have Wraiths, so you can air stall and get the Rancid Egg. And Crystal Peak is 2. And your other options right now are just terrible. Fungal Waste is 0. Cliffs 1 is not bad. It's not bad at all, honestly, but it's just a
it's also
painful
very
walk.
much. It's also very much in logic for them, as well as
Yes.
getting the two other Dartmouth checks in King's Pass. So those two checks could contain a major for Dartmouth.
Yeah, chat also pointing out that Dirtmouth 6 does strengthen King's Pass as a play. Let's see whether this early Ancestral Mound play pays off. Looks like we're about to get shops checks from Ihniy. With a high Dirtmouth count, I absolutely like this. Fragile Strength locked behind 18 Charms. Not a major, but it could very well lock one. Okay, looks like Scout is up at Baldershell, coming from Green Path. Cliffs is in logic with what the runners have, although that might just be because they can go all the way around from Green Path through Fungal. I'm not sure. And Ihniy heading over into King's Pass here. And we're seeing massive Moss Charger area from Frog. I do like this. And an Elevator Pass in King's Pass. So if you're Ihniy here, you might just go straight down to City with that Elevator Pass once you finish off King's Pass. Element, you need the air stall there. Oh no.
No, no. Oh, well, let's hope that there wasn't a major at that egg.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance they don't go back for a while.
Mm.
It's not in logic, but it is accessible with an air stall.
Yeah. If there is a major there, it'll end up being a last check from them, I'd imagine.
Yeah, chat pointing out, City has 7 majors, and we have access to both City elevators from Resting Grounds and from Crossroads. Now, Red doesn't know this yet, but I'm not a fan of Ihniy going all the way up to Cliffs here. Ihniy and Scout, just a room apart from each other. And Ihniy giving Scout a bit of a high five on the way out the door. So we have Element in Crystal Peak. I definitely like this. You get a lot of grubs early. And like, even if you don't want to do all of it right now, you can at least get up to the Crystal Guardian bench without much trouble. I think Scout is walking over to Dirtmouth here. I'm not sure if this is a miscommunication on Blue's part, or if Scout's just trying to get to Dirtmouth early, but I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, that's a miscommunication. Scout hitting the chest and realizing, wait, my partner's already been here.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to all of us. Okay, Ihniy heading down into Left City from the elevator. And both teams up to 5 masks already. Yeah, Red not getting this elevator pass is absolutely setting them behind. And Scout going down to Queen Station, despite Fungal 0. Not sure what I feel about that. Here, if I'm Scout, I just go to Resting Grounds.
Yeah, Resting Grounds, Right City.
Yeah, go into Right City here.
Yeah, double stack it.
City is one of the better areas to split in general. Chat pointing out that Scout could be running this to Deep Nest, and that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
And that looks like exactly what Scout is doing.
Mm-hmm. It's a very good play, especially with Dartmouth 6. Oh, sorry, Deep Nest 6.
Yeah. I no longer hate this play.
Yeah.
See, it looks like Crystal Peak is not paying off for Element right now. Frog about to find that elevator pass. And Fragile Greed at the Upper Deepness map. It's not a major, but with a high Dirtmouth count left, that might lead to one. Frog finding an elevator pass as soon as Element finishes what he can do in Crystal Peak. Wait. Is Lem Shop not on? I'm very confused. Because I definitely turned it on. That's not good. Yeah, pause. And I will be right back. Well, we have figured out what the problem is, and as it turns out, I did screw up something. Um, yeah, I turned the shop on, but I didn't turn the overall mod toggle on. So that also means that junk shop won't work. So I did let the runners know about that. Yeah, I turned it on inside the mod menu without turning on the more locations mod, just in general. Oops. This is what I get for not liking more locations, I guess. And we should be getting back started again in just a minute here. So we are going to continue the match, just it's a one gimmick match instead of a two gimmick match suddenly. Both teams have agreed to just keep going. Yeah, shoutouts to our streamer Ash for getting rid of that text right away. Alright, so it looks like Scout went to the Garpy journal entry, but didn't continue with Light Deep Nest at all. If you go to Deep Nest here, I feel like you just push it and keep it going as far as you can.
Yeah, especially with Deep Nest 6, you're almost bound to find something.
Though it does seem like Scout is doing crypts.
Yeah, Scout doing crypts on the way to
Yeah,
Repside
doing the left side of crypts. It's actually very clever because, it's not a major. So taking that to Right City, I would have rather seen this before going to Deep Nest, but also different white fragments on both sides. We have one from the King Station Arena from Frog, and we got one earlier on Blue. I didn't see what that was.
Yeah, I didn't see where it was either.
Wait, I think it was actually City Simple Key, so I think Element's about to get it here. And there's the other Fragile Greed at King Station Stag. I'm sure Scout is not going to be very happy to see that. Also, Scout, please don't die.
Both teams getting King Soul basically at the same time.
Yeah. So we have all 4 of our runners in the city right now. And it looks like Ihniy going into Sanctum here. I really like this play, honestly. You have at least full base spells. You have Dive, which means you have Dive, you have Claw. And Sanctum is a check dense area with City 5. So this makes sense. And Blue's only up to 3 Palor, so my guess is that as soon as Ihniy is done, he'll go to Nailsmith.
Which will be very good. Which will be very good to find out if Nail 4 is required.
Yeah.
I do really like this play from both teams to go into Sanctum. There is only one possible way that they can get punished for this.
And that's Tyrant.
Exactly.
You say that as Element goes down past Sanctum, by the way.
God damn.
It happens. As soon as you open your mouth, just the universe conspires to make you regret it. I know how it works. I've been doing this for long enough.
Yep.
just a King's Idol at Broken Bridge Relic. I don't hate Frog going down into Basin here, honestly. Basin is only 1. Phil pointing out that Blue did almost lose their last race to a Pale Hunt. Also on a seed that I believe I generated and calmed, so... It would be nice to see them get some Pale. I think the one that Blue has that Red does not is it Gorgeous Husk, although I could be wrong.
I'm fairly sure Red has done Gorgeous Husk as well.
Okay. Alright, let's see what Soulmaster has. And it's a lantern!
Yeah,
oh no, Scout!
That's massive.
No, Scout!
No.
That's gonna be a really long and really painful walk. Okay, there's a Pale at Storeroom Stag. Oh,
no.
Well, at least... Oh, and the Charm Notch coming just too late!
Oh no.
The pain. And there's a Lurian as well in Soul Sanctum.
Scout, a Frog doing the long walk out of commiseration for Scout, whether he knows it or not.
Yeah. I sure hope he doesn't know. Okay, Red picking up their 4th Pale from Grubfather and a Simple Key. And it looks like we're going to get an Egg Shop check from Element. I saw Shade Soul there. I saw 2 Shade Souls.
Oh my gosh.
So that's 2 of the 3 fireballs, and we already have the 3rd.
That's pretty impressive to have 2 of the 3 fireballs at GG.
Simple Key at the Basin Fountain. Okay, it looks like we're getting a Nailsmith check here from Element, and it looks like Ihniy will be right behind. Let's see, Soul Refill at Nail 1. Partial Refund at Nail 2. Cliff's Map at Nail 3. And an Isma's Tear at Nail 4.
Depending on who you are, you either love to see it or hate to see it.
Yeah. You know, I want to see that Isma's Lock dash. We've seen at least four Pale War already. So it looks like Ihniy is about to go into Crystal Peak. He's not going to find much here, since Element already took this same trip. Looks like Frog is headed to Queen Station. Yeah, probably to Deep Nest. Which is going to work out very well for them because Element's about to find this lantern. Hellroom living up to its name. Element almost dying there, but making it through. Dirtmouth Stag at the Cornifer map in Fungal Wastes. Ihniy and Scout missed that. That's really unfortunate. Because if memory serves, Scout went to Deep Nest before that long walk to Dirtmouth? Or into King's Pass. I think Scout warped out of King's Pass when he realized Ihniy had already done it. Chat asking what the nail 4 counters is at, and the answer is too many.
The answer is yes. I wonder what Frog is doing being in Fungal right now. Possibly checking Legator, though at this point, given the 0 major count, there's not going to be much there.
Possibly. Frog potentially going for Pale Ore. That is, and there's one at Leg Eater. So that's a 5th.
So they only need one more Pale Ore.
Yeah. And there's a dash in Pleasure House. Blue has dash in Pleasure House. That is the best fountain payoff I've seen in a long, long time. Using that simple key and using it to get a dash. So there is only one city major, we do not know at this point. Ihniy going back into Joni's with that lantern makes sense. There's still a major in Cliffs, and we don't know where it is. Yeah, despite Blue being pretty significantly behind on checks, first to dash and first to swim.
And they're also ahead on mages.
Yes. And nothing at the Stone Snake Mask Shard. Comma, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. Dearest Homothety, Zote Idol is vanilla. And that's the 12th grub for Blue Team, which gets them another simple key, I believe, from grubs. Okay, Frog finding that swim. And a little spoiler on Ihniy's side, Scout finding a nail upgrade in Failed Tram, and a simple key from the Peak Idol. And our last Fragile Charm, also in Failed Tramway. I believe Red... I'm not sure if Frog used his key on Waterways. I don't think he did. Frog should have a key, because they picked one up from Grubs already. But I mean, there's only 2 majors in City that they don't know the location of. Was it Frog who opened Egg Shop? I thought that was Element. The dash was in Pleasure House. And there's another Pale Ore in Dark Deep Nest. So that is 6 Pale Ore between the teams. Now, with the logic, there needs to be 7 Pale Ore accessible for the Nail 4 item to be in logic. But our runners really don't care about that. And with how many checks are still available in logic, I don't really think we care about it either. And there's a Dream Nail from Frog. Taking that swim right into Edge. With Edge 6, I like that.
Yeah, it is a very good play from Frog.
Unfortunately, he doesn't know that this is taking him in quite literally the opposite direction of the dash that we know about. But also, Elegant Key in Deep Nest. Wait, is Frog headed to Pleasure House? He left Edge.
Or not.
Walking right past it. But yeah, you can see that despite Blue having been down 10 to 15 checks for most of the race, they've cut that deficit down to 6. And that trend is only going to continue as Red continues to not find Dash.
Is Frog going to get nail going get?
Yeah. I really hope Frog is not buying Nailsmith because that is not allowed in this tournament. Could be another communication issue. It could also be Frog going for Geo for that simple key at the Basin Fountain.
Yeah,
and that looks exactly like what it is. Yep. Buying Nailsmith is disallowed because it cuts the payroll requirement in half. Because one player could just buy the first 3 nail upgrades and then the other one could buy the 4th.
Yeah, so teams need all the payroll required. So in this case, for nail 4, they need 6 in total.
And there's a Paylorn Beast Den. Also, Scout on 1 HP. Okay, healing. I think you can split the Geo cost, presuming the team already has 6 total Paylor. Okay. Thank you, chat. So both teams are just 1 Paylor off of this Isthmus tier. Definitely a little bit of miscommunication from Red there. Element going to check the any percent journal that Frog already checked. Okay, let's see whether that dive entrance egg is anything. Just essence. So it looks like Red is not going to be punished for that.
I hope we see Element head towards Pleasure House.
Yeah. Yep, Element's headed in.
Yep.
So Red is about to find the stash. Yeah, we have not seen Bretta yet. So I would like to see a team go into Waterways and do the left side into Bretta. And I'm very curious how Element feels about finding that dash. whether he feels early or late to it. Scout, by the way, going up into Queen's Gardens from Dark Deep Nest. This is really clever.
This is a very good play. Especially with Queen's Gardens 3.
Yeah. I don't think entering from this way is in logic because of having to break the plank in the dark. Blue team found dash first. But Isma's tier would... But if that's the case... Isma's tier would suggest Queen's Gardens. So Element is now headed over into Edge as well. Not stopping by Oro. And just going straight into Upper Edge. Why Mantis Lords, though? Because there's the checks behind Mantis Lords that you can't access from Sports Room. There's the lower deepness map, and there's Super Secret. And you may not have the option to wait for wings. And that's a nail upgraded Hollowness crown, by the way. Element's Aspen not really behaving.
And the Aspid's being really real bully.
Oh no. Oh, those were deaths on Frogs and Element screening it right at the same time. That's gonna hurt. Another long walk for Frog. Meanwhile, Scout going through Frogs. Yeah, Element doesn't have Ismus, so he can't go up. This is going to get into Red's. Like, Red's definitely a little tilted right now, I would think. I know I sure would be.
Scout finding D-Doc by Mamu Totem.
Think Elements of Frog's plan is to check Bretta from Waterways later. Not that I think it's the best plan, because obviously, what if Mantis Lords is rude? But
we've already seen Mantis Lords be rude.
Yeah. And there's Spore Shroom. Okay. Scout making sure to not abuse that walkling storage. And there's Monument and Green Path at the Acid Bridge. I do like Scout going back and cleaning up Green Path now, though. There's only 3 checks that they can't do. And those would be the 2 Shio checks and Lake of
We know that No Eyes Mask Shot, or Stone Snake Mask Shot, doesn't have anything, but there is a very decent chance that No Eyes will have something for
That's
blue
true.
team.
Scout trying to fight No Eyes with D-Dark. Never a fun time. But No Eyes is down. Looks like Red got City Crest at the Great Hopper. Kalo's not required for their own sake, and that's Void Heart at No Eyes. Alright, let's see if Frog's Gamble pays off here. Fluke Nest for 0.
You love to see it.
Nail upgrade from Element over at Pale Lurker. And yeah, that Deep Nest area not panning out. Meanwhile, it looks like we're getting our first Grim check of the seed from Ihniy. I like this. Dirtmouth is still 5. You have 2 of the Fragiles, know where the 3rd is. And where was that Dream Gate? Oh, it must have been above Galeon.
Yeah. The lifeblood above Galeon. Most definitely.
Red is now 6 grubs away from Abyss access. Blue is 9 grubs, but I don't believe Blue has gotten the Mimic grubs yet.
No, they haven't yet.
Okay, Element headed over to Crystal Mound. Not in logic, but this is makeable with some air stalls. And had Spell Twister equipped, and looks like the Element needed it. And there's Crystal Heart and Weaver's Den. There's another simple key. And there's Shade Cloak and Crystal Mound. So that is in logic for the seed as a whole. There's Tram Pass and Deep Nest as well. And it looks like Scout is about to go get that. Ihniy has a swarm of Aspids.
And that's her.
Looks like Ihniy doesn't know about the Dash Claw method of getting up from there. But it looks like the Aspid was cooperative enough. Is Element going to Cliffs? Yeah, you have Stagna Stag.
And then Cliffs is at 0.
Cliffs is at 0, but I assume Element's going to summon the Grim Troop.
Yeah. That would make sense.
How many charms is that for blue, by the way? I didn't see. But they have to be getting close to that 18 for strength.
I do hope they are getting close to the 18 for strength.
Frog about to get the nail upgrade in Failed Tram. And yep, there's that fragile strength. So I assume Ihni's going to go check that right now.
Ihniy, please equip.
And it's Hera. And there's Shopkeeper's Key in Lower Edge. Scout, you don't have Ismus. You do have Sea Dash, though. That makes sense. Interesting to see entering waterways from the back here. I don't hate this. Don't hate this at all.
Yeah.
Scout Dream Gating. Looks like Scout is going to... Wait, I don't think... Scout doesn't have Sly saved.
I don't think Scout slave, but we'll find out right about now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's unfortunate. Alright. Element picking up that hair as well. Scout not going to Black Egg. This is what I get for speaking, I guess.
And see, Scout subconsciously heard you and decided to go to Black Egg.
I mean, you absolutely should do this. You don't know where all the crossroads. You don't know where Crossroads Major is, and you need to go here anyways.
Yep. Then might as well check it and get the bench at the same time.
Yeah. And it's dash slash.
Dash slash.
First nail art of the seed, by the way.
And
I'm
now
surprised.
Scout right degating
to-
back.
Gotcha. Is Scout just going to do all of Waterways in reverse?
Possibly.
If you don't know Spike telling you have to do it this way, that is true. Or you could use the simple key, which, I mean, Blue has plenty of simple keys right now. And there's Monarch Wings from Shop Key. Which was behind the tram pass in lower edge. So, hopefully Red goes and gets that soon. Otherwise, this could get out of hand very quickly. Blue been first to every movement. Were they first to claw?
Yes, they were indeed first to claw.
Yeah, so discounting Shade Cloak, which, as far as movement go, is the weakest. And Red is getting that Isma's tier, by the way. Yeah. Alright. Scout continuing to clean up green path here. And Pale Lurker just jumping right out of the way of Ihniy's Descending Dark. Abyss Shriek at the Waterways entrance egg. And that was Grimchild by Shio Rancid Egg. Although we know that there's no majors there, and there's no majors at GPZ because both of the Dirtmouth majors left for Blue are at GG.
And Blue team and Red team are incredibly close to the
No!
amount of eggs they need.
Ihniy!
Oh,
that's... I really bet Ihniy wishes they had that Shade Soul right about now. And I think Ihniy is going to get that Shade Soul right about now.
I don't blame him either.
I do not at all.
Bay Lurker is very bully without Jigsaw.
Oh, there's the dupe dash, by the way, at Tuck Rancid Egg. Doesn't look like either team has that many charm notches. Red only has 5.
Not very many charm notches have been found this seed so far.
Yeah. Red has been doing a better job of saving grubs, though. They're just 2 away from that King's Brand.
It's entirely possible that blue team has kind of forgotten about saving grubs at this point.
It's possible, but given that they've
Actively.
rescued so many so far, I feel like that's unlikely, but
Yeah.
it's certainly possible. And there's Pale Lurker down for Ihniy. Just a Spell Twister. And there are not many Edge Majors left. So it looks like Ihniy is going to go clean those up right now. Scout not quite getting Love Key skip. Okay, second try. Red has enough eggs now to clean out GG. And Scout getting baited by the Collector's Map. You really hate to see that. Element going to check Bretta, which we know this is not going to be anything, because that third Dirtmouth Major they're looking for is that Wings Behind Shop key. Looks like Frog is headed over to Markov. Yep, just a soul refill of GPZ. And Duke Wings in Queen's Gardens, which is very much accessible with what Red Team has. The one thing that Red Team did find from Bretta was Distant Village Stag, which I think was right after Frog had walked all the way there.
Yep. Just after Frog had completed it. And Cyclone Slash at Markos.
Yep. So that's the last Edge Major. So what majors do we not know about right now? There's still one in Queen's Gardens.
One in Deep Nest. One in Basin.
One in City.
Yep.
Obviously, we don't know the White Palace one.
There we go. The last payload for red team.
At Fluke Marm.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, meanwhile, still stuck at 5. So we're seeing Nosk from Scout.
And we're seeing Nosk from Rogue also.
Yeah. Remind me, both Aggie, if you know, and chat, was Deep Nest Mask Shard anything?
No, that wasn't anything.
Okay, it was just a Soul Totem? Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it was just money.
And there's the other strength behind Nosk.
Right?
I definitely want to see Red go back and clean up Green Path here.
Yeah, absolutely. With Green Path 3, that should be a fairly big priority for them.
And you can do everything in Green Path right now. Okay, that is Trader Lord down from Scout. Markov down from Ihniy. And there's the dupe dive from White Lady. And there's a Woken Dream Nail by White Defender. So that means Frog and Element will be the first to be able to get into Palace.
And that means, unfortunately, no White Defender this seed. Or fortunately, depending on who you are.
Yeah. Unfortunately for us, fortunately for runners.
And Element about to get Kingsbrand.
Yep. Hopefully this doesn't distract Frog and he keeps going up here because he's cleaning up Edge and is about to get that shop key, which, remember, leads to wings.
Scout about to get the last payload for blue team.
Yep. A nail 4 seed that's not a Pale Ore Hunt. I didn't think it could be done.
But we did it.
Alright, we are seeing...
getting that blessings.
Seeing Junk Pit from Scout. I assume we saw this from Red, right? I know we saw Fluke Mart from Red.
Yeah, they did go to Junk Pit.
Okay. So red is definitely hoping to find this Queen's Garden stag. Which I suppose brings up the question, where is that thing? Could be anywhere.
Yep. It would be really funny if it was right at the end of Path to Pain.
That would be hilarious. Alright. What have we not seen in City yet? We've not seen Tyrant. We've not seen Collector.
And we're about to see Ihniy.
Yep.
Unfortunately, nothing at Shape of On, just a soul refill.
Yeah, I find it strange to go to Shape of Un first here. Oh, and there's the other Dream Nail is behind Elegant Key. Okay, red team getting Monument from Green Path. Has Ihniy forgotten about the Pure Nail? Oh, looks like Ihniy's just getting the grow up. That makes sense. Don't die to the Huskard, though.
That would be very unfortunate.
Yeah, red has reestablished that check lead that they'd lost because of finding Dash late. Yeah, both teams have been putting Palace off for quite a while. And red has also been putting off Queen's Gardens for a long time. Looks like Ihniy is going to be heading to Palace, though.
But first, getting a quick refund from the stag.
Stonks. Love to see it. Taking off Dashmaster before going into White Palace. It's a decision. Okay, just Essence at the end. So naturally the one major is going to be at the totem before the end.
Of course. That's how that always works. If it's not at the end, it's just before.
Yeah. With one Palace major, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Frog about to be done with Green Path here. Red continuing to put off checking E key. All right, we have our first Abyss dive up from Frog. Both teams can full clear this. So we'll see whether there's anything here.
Yeah, finding Love Key at the Deep Nest Moss Shard from Fungal Core.
Oh, so there was something there.
Yep.
Was wondering what Deep Nest check neither team had checked.
That's very unfortunate for Red Team, who initially went into Deep Nest through Fungal.
Yeah. Apparently Rando just likes to put stuff there. Sooner or later, one of these players on Red Team is going to have to go into Queen's Gardens. Like, 3 of the 7 majors left are there.
And we know one of those 3 is behind White Lady.
Yes. Yeah, and soon it's going to be 3 of the 6, because Element is about to get 1 in Black Egg. All right, and that is enough grubs for King's Brand for blue. So yeah, it looks like red is just going to last location this Love Key, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, blue is in a very good spot right now. They know one of the 3 that they have left. They know another one of them is in Palace, which Ihniy is doing. And the last one is in Basin somewhere, which Scout is getting started on Abyss, which the major is there. Frog just found it. Blue did not get QG Stag. Scout went to Dark Deep Nest relatively early, with a relatively early Lantern, and went up into Queen's Gardens that way. Queen's Garden Stag has been absolutely nowhere to be found.
It looks like Element is possibly going up to QG from Deep Nest.
Yeah, looks like it. Ihniy in Path of Pain. I approve.
Very nice skip there. Neither team has gotten QG Stag.
And a bit of a spoiler on Scout's screen, but second totem in Path of Pain is Great Slash. Which means, yeah, Ihniy's just going to be going and getting that Isma's Tear. And they're about to be done. Yeah, Queen Station Stag was in White Palace. And I assume Ihni's going to go down into base and start working on Lost Kin area. Little does he know that Scout is about to find the other major anyways. Yes, I will absolutely be checking QG Stag in the spoiler log after this. There's a Mark of Pride. And there's the Howling Wraiths. So Scout on his way to Black Egg. Ihniy is as well. Element, please don't die to frogs. Oh, that dash! Oh no! Element died in the second room.
Thankfully, with that drain gate set, it's not a very big time loss for Element.
Yeah, Element and Frog are playing desperate here. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, honestly, looking at the check counter. Red has done significantly more checks than Blue has, but they've just not paid off. And usually that's the result of a Pale War Hunt or something like that. But here, I don't really think it's as clear as to what the cause was. Unless, Aggie, you have any ideas.
A few routing choices here and there definitely led to this as well.
Like, usually, that's only a couple of checks, though, right? Usually it's not this many.
And we have GGs from Scout.
And we have GGs from Ihniy.
GG's blue team, very well played.
Yeah. It's a big part of the check difference. What is exactly? Just routing? I mean, I think the biggest thing was Red did a lot of fungal, with fungal being 0. message above the message I just read. Oh, being overly greedy for QG stag? I mean, it could be, but it's not like there was really anything super valuable in QG. And yeah, Frog and Element are both heading into Black Egg as we speak. I think one of the biggest things that helped Blue here was going to Deep Nest relatively early.
Absolutely.
Element in Radiance. Frog entering Radiance.
GG.
GG's.
GG.
Yes.
Scout and Ihniy.
Oh, interesting logic. Interesting. Best decision of my life. Go buy that fountain and open not waterways, but pleasure house for some unknown reason.
Yeah, that certainly helped you out there.
Yeah. I also felt like wings were very far away, but I don't know. Maybe we just picked them later because one I remember in Queen's Gardens, and I just like Ihniy is late. Dark Nest is also kind of out of logic without wings because of the skip and vertical room, and how are you supposed to?
Yeah, Wings was pretty late.
Yeah.
Getting GG's from Element.
Yeah, GG. Because we were really afraid that wings is somewhere earlier, but we just forgot about them.
Yeah, no, that was not the
Yeah.
case at all.
Yeah. And we also were like traversing out of logic a lot. Because like, I'm looking at the log and like first half is just some kind of grabs, zero location, etc. And we are like fully out of logic, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
GG's
Hello.
Element, GG's Frog.
GG.
G's.
How late were we to dash? Were we late to dash?
34 minutes, and only because I decided to buy that simple key in Fountain and open Pleasure House.
Yeah,
By the
that's
way.
what I didn't
We
do.
were late. We were late
Yeah.
by 6.
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were late to basically all of the major movement.
I goofed
Oh.
this seed.
We were-
I was chilling, waiting for the simple key, and I just wasn't doing anything, and that cost us like 2 minutes, honestly.
Oof.
We buy a simple key for 300.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, at the
3,000.
Basin Fountain.
1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we also bought that simple key.
Just
We just didn't
1,000.
go to Pleasure House immediately.
Yeah, and I had to like go and sell all the relics because I started from right part and Ihniy was in the left part, so I had to like traverse a lot without dash. And I'm just like, this is bad move, this is bad move, this is bad move, and then dash. Best decision
And
in
it's
my
like,
life.
oh, apparently this isn't a bad move. This is just a bad seed. Which,
yeah,
I mean, I did
That's
roll
Yeah.
it, so
You're
Viv-
banned. You're so banned.
yeah.
Like,
so
We were also very, very late to Dream Nail. It's just also, I don't know,
how late were you? When do you guys get Dream Nail?
15 minutes.
Dream Nails were late this seed.
We got
Huh?
it at 37, but yeah.
So we're getting a question from chat, which is a good one.
Uh-huh.
Red team,
Uh-huh.
why did you put off Queen's Gardens for so long?
I was waiting for QG Stag. What I should have done is I should have noticed that I should have Fungal and Fog Canyon are big areas, and both of them had 0. And I don't know where QG Stag actually was, but I was hoping for QG Stag.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like it cost us all that much time. It didn't cost us any time at all, did it?
Not
It-
not
I guess
particularly, I don't think.
I guess it could have cost you a lot more because I think first time I went there, I for some reason ignored Soul Totem on the way to Traitor Lord.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
Was
and
that you
then I
guys' logical
realized,
wings?
yeah.
Ours was
But-
a fly.
But we have almost entire map out of logic for
Yeah.
a very long time. Because I went through from Deep Nest there.
Yeah.
And I was like, if only I had Dream Gate there. It would be so much easier for me, but nah. You have Swim, you have the Totem below, you can... Oh, Devout gave me like very bad time also. Because
Yeah.
the Dark very late and also Shade Claw. Yeah, just Black Spell's very late also.
Yeah. So, as for Queen's Garden Stag, where that was it the Blue Lake Rancid Egg? Which
Oh,
Resting
yeah,
Grounds
we
got
weren't gonna
cleared out
check
super
that.
early, but that's still
Ew.
really accessible.
Ew.
Yeah, but we weren't gonna check
But
that. I think
no one's going to go out of their way to check that with Resting Grounds
Yeah.
being 0.
Yeah.
Don't think we would be able to get to that anyways because we did not have wings or C dash and we had upgraded nails.
Mm.
So we couldn't reach it anyways without getting C dash or wings to get to it.
Ah, yeah.
Ash says in chat that there was a really big check difference between us. Which direction was that in? We had 256 items obtained. What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
Red did
200.
far more than Blue did.
257. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at... Yeah, so I got the items obtained on my stream right now.
I actually wonder why. Because I don't feel that we like guessed a lot of things correct, so we skipped entire locations or something.
Yeah.
That was
I-
something
I-
I was actually speculating on near the end of the race. I
Mm.
think Red went through Fungal.
Ah, yeah, we didn't touch Fungal at all.
Yeah, because I
Only-
finished up what I could do, and my only options were really just to do a bunch of awkward skips or out of logic attempts. And I realized that there might be something in Fungal that could be like a stag station that we could use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we were saying maybe that we were looking for Pale Ore, but a stag would also make sense. So you just didn't have
Yeah.
much of anything to do.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was actually also very worried about that. But somehow we split it like decently, so we always had something to do. Plus, yeah, once we got Claw very early, it's just okay, we have Deep Nest, we have City access. It's just like, yeah, we still have a lot of stuff to do. So we didn't run into much of an issue there. I think where did we get City access? I don't remember because...
City
E-Pass, I
Access
think.
was Elevator Pass
Elevator
that was in
Pass.
King's Pass.
Oh, yeah.
And Red was late to that, I remember.
yeah, we got it at 17 minutes in.
Yeah.
We were more
Yeah,
than
but-
30 seconds when I said in chat that we were 30 seconds late. Retrospectively, I forgot that I was gonna get the soul. What's it called? The vessel fragment. So we were like much more than 30 seconds. Maybe
Yeah.
like 2 minutes late to.
Because we ended up splitting city into half by me going through catacombs into right side city and element into left side city, and That's why I finished up early, because I had fewer checks to worry about. So I went back to Fungal afterwards to do checks there.
Yeah, I think both teams ended up splitting up city and left and right. I think one of the big differences was that, correct me if I'm wrong, Ihniy, did you do left or right city?
I
Left.
do left city.
Right city?
Left.
Left city.
Left?
Left.
Okay.
I was on the right, and I
You were in the right? Okay. I'm just trying to think, because I know...
I think towards
Element.
late we had to like mix them up because Ihniy went to White Palace, and then Basin later. Then while I had like Tram, so I was in a hive. Ihniy was also in Kingdom's Edge, and it's just complicated.
The routing for the seed was just messy
Yeah.
with how the seed played out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if Element had been the one to go right side city, it would have been much better off, because after finding Swim, we kind of got mixed up on where to go, because everything that we had access
Oh.
to was pretty much, I had all the access and Element had barely any access.
Yeah, like I could have went. Everything that I had to go through required me tracking over something that Frog had already went to. And what I really should have done is I should have just picked something and committed to going and just tracking,
Yeah.
following Frog back and just take the time loss. What I did instead, which was the misplay, is I stood around in front of Waterways waiting for it, and then we concluded that, oh no, I really should go to Kingdom's Edge. So I went and did that, and on the way to doing that, I got the key, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll use this key on Pleasure House.
Funnily enough, I
And-
ended up both using the key and going into Waterways from Isthmus, from Lower Tram, from
Yeah.
Isthmus.
Yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't really remember about that passage from Lower Tram if I didn't watch the tournament. At certain point, I completely forgot about it and then like, this is actually a good idea since Waterways have so much. Like, okay.
Yeah. So Crystal Dash was in Weaver's Den. I think
Oh yeah.
Yep.
that was one thing that Element Frog, you said you didn't have Sea Dash or Wings. I was like, wasn't Sea Dash relatively early on blue side? And yeah, it was comparatively.
Actually, considering early Lantern, it's kind of not so far away, but
Yeah,
Funkel was 0. Come on.
Yeah, that was
You
the
really
issue,
want
is
about the deep nest.
having early Claw and Lantern. Deep Nest becomes the play, but it's also like the farthest away from anybody.
Yeah.
So it becomes a very much a who wants to bite the bullet and run through and deal with Mantis Lords, and then go into Deep Nest and deal with that whole mess.
So yeah, another thing that came up is how Red, you get to Deep Nest through Mantis Lords, which it is 2 extra checks, but it's also a lot slower than going through Spore Shroom, which I believe is what Blue did.
Yeah, I went there. I was going there and thinking, do I need dash for that?
I should
Or
have done
claw
Spore
is
Shroom,
enough?
you're right.
Is claw enough? And then, okay. Claw is apparently enough. One
Okay,
thing I completely forgot about, we at the moment knew that we need grabs for King's Brand, and I just, as I was speedrunning Marble Percent, I just fall through inventory drop and like, oh wait, there are grabs actually, I should have picked.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, congratulations, Ihniy and Scout. We'll be moving on to the next round. See who you will face.
Number, right? No, that's a
I
different
think,
bracket.
yeah. No, winner of losers round, whichever, I don't remember. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't think it's been decided yet.
Yeah, it's not been decided. Okay, you're going to face the winner of Fruno Potato and Seth Oat.
Yeah. We actually like first match of this round.
Yeah, you are the first match of
So
losers
yeah,
round 2.
we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that when I was typing up the
Mhm.
live ping, because I'm like, wait, I've already calmed one of Ihniy's races, And that was in loser's bracket, I remember.
Yep. And I was in that race.
Yes, you were. I realized that afterwards.
Yeah.
All right. Any final questions, comments?
I'd like to comment on Masso's brilliant ability to roll seeds.
Yeah. Not only did you roll a bad seed, you rolled the seed bad.
I did do both of those. I did absolutely do both of those.
Oh my god. We were quite confused. We actually bought some relics just thinking of, well, we need relics anyway and we'll find money eventually, right? Right?
Yeah, and yeah, I saw that happen, and I'm like, oh, that's not good.
Oof. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Just was...
Yeah. At
yeah,
least
we didn't
I'm
like idea of playing 2 seeds because just like logic starts to messing up and like, yeah, we're already committed to this. So, okay, let's continue.
yeah. At least I was able to note that I knew that Junk Pit, the Junk Chop also wouldn't work because of what exactly I messed up.
Yeah.
So that didn't come into play.
Oh well. No, that's okay.
So this is
Well,
what I guess I get for not playing with more locations on.
well, I asked for not being 14 Wanderer's Journal. Well, I got it.
Yeah, you did indeed get that.
But at what cost?
Everything. Actually, it would be
This-
very interesting to see, like, if we hadn't access to, like, to just go and get a lot of money to buy the fountain, how would it go? Because next simple key what we found was, I don't know, it's quite late. And so I had only 1,000 when I checked the fountain.
Yeah, there was a simple key at Grubs though for 12.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
really?
our or first simple key that we got, I believe.
Oh, really? Silly me, checking the
Uh,
log.
No. Yes. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, 'cause we got that one, and then we got the simple key from Fountain, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could have. Actually, Grapava still gives you money, so. Time for speculations.
All right. Thank you all for watching. The next match, when is that? I believe that is going to be in, quickly trying to do math in my head.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow in, I think 16 hours.
I'm trying to
Hold
see
on.
myself. The next one,
Yeah, about so.
9:30 Pacific time, so 9:30 plus another 7. So yeah, about 16 hours.
Okay. And that will be Clips and Radiant versus Enzo and Pedro. So hopefully we will see you all then.
Okay.
GG's, guys.
Yeah.
GG's.
Thank
Good luck in the
you.
future.
Streamers and comms.
Thank
GG.
you.